and welcome to another episode of the In Between podcast. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the In Between podcast with your host, as always, Kyle McLemore. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for stopping by for a very special episode of the In Between podcast. That's right, it's episode 69. Giggity. All right, let's keep it together here, folks. Let's calm down. Although it is 69, there will be no 69ing on this episode that I'm aware of. We never know what special guests will show up for that 69. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's try to keep everything in order here. Let's try to not do the sniffly sniffles. Let's try to not touch the mic so much. That's right, this is the home improvement episode. But thank you for stopping by. Before we get too far along, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as it's much appreciated. Oh yeah, not a whole lot keeping this channel alive other than your support and my iron willpower. I need to get me a Green Lantern ring so I can really focus my willpower to keep this thing going, because oh yeah, it's not easy sometimes, but I do it because I love it, and I love bringing that sweet content straight to you. Are we a week late on the pod? Yes. Did we delay it a whole week? Yes. Did we record episode 69 already? Yes, dude. But was it inferior? Yes. Am I gonna put out a less than stellar product? No, dude. So screw that previous 69. We're coming in with the new and improved 69. That means you get all the fun stuff I was going to talk about last week, plus a little bit of bonus. It's that time of the year. It's the most wonderful time. All right, let's start it now. It is officially, by the time this comes out, let me see, it's like another 5 days or so. We will be deep into December by then, and I'm already playing the Christmas music game of how long does it take until I am burnt out on Christmas music. There we go, sniffles. The last and final sniffle, hopefully. Sniffle off mic from here on. Because, yeah, I always play the game of like, yeah, play that Christmas music in December, dude. It's the most wonderful time. But then it's like a week, and it's like, all right, maybe take it down a notch. And then 2 weeks, and it's like, okay, I've heard enough of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Or what's with a lot of them being like bummer songs? You like slow pace. I want the, high energy, rocking around, run, Rudolph, that kind of stuff. That's my Christmas jam, not the silent night. Holy night. No, dude. And then my all-time favorite will always be the haunting, the borderline terrifying or the metal version of the Christmas. But yeah, I'm playing the game, so let's see. It's just the beginning. Maybe by next week I'll be totally burnt out, but we'll see. It is that time of the year. Get all those decorations and lights up before it's too late, before Santa passes your house by. And speaking of music, Should we jump into it? Because it is also that time of the year where Spotify wraps it up. They give you the Spotify Wrapped. And I mean, we're already on the topic, so let's get into it. Spotify Wrapped. And what are your top artists, top songs, music listened to minutes, and the top genre? I'll throw it up behind me because a little bit surprising. But then also not really, because it's like some of these I get. You know, it's interesting that AC/DC, dude, is always there for me, man. AC/DC is always on the top of my list, which is so weird because each year I'm always like, nah, AC/DC won't be on there this time. There's no way, dude. I didn't even listen to AC/DC that much. And yet somehow AC/DC number 2 on my top artist. What could possibly have beaten AC/DC? Oh, well, it's the artist known as Win. That's right, the young female hip-hop artist who took me by storm completely, dude. I've had that girl on a loop ever since, like, I don't even remember. It's been a few months where she's just been running on my Spotify non-stop because she's good, dude. She's good. Good stuff. Very catchy. Obviously, so much so that not only is she my top artist, but she's 2 of the top songs, Ja Morant and Hot Friend, coming in 3 and 4. So I've been on that Win train for for a minute now, and I'm still not tired of it. And you know what's surprising? Top song and number 3 artist, Dua Lipa, with that song Dance the Night Away, which you might recognize from Barbie. My goodness, you want to talk about being on a nonstop loop, dude? You want to talk about being on nonstop repeat? Dua Lipa has been basically my life soundtrack. Dude, You're gonna tell me Dance the Night Away is not one of the catchiest songs of the year, dude? That is a pop juggernaut, dude. That song slaps harder than the slap fight, dude. That song be slapping the taste out of my mouth. And the fact that I listened to it on a freaking loop for months ought to tell you a little bit that, it's a pretty catchy song. So Win, number 1, AC/DC, Dua Lipa coming in number 4. It's old Posty Maloney. That's right, Post coming in number 4, and he's also on there. Number 2 top songs, 92 Explorer. Oh yeah, Post Malone making it to the top artist, and I'm pretty sure it's because I saw him live in concert earlier in the year, and leading up to, I was listening to a lot of Post and post the Post Malone concert, I was listening to Post even more, so it's like really had a spike in the Malone there, so it made sense that he's on there, and I'm kind of happy that rounding out my top artist is a solid Nas. Oh yeah, that's right, you gotta have the GOAT on your list, dude. So proud of myself personally for having Nas on there, because I feel like it's like a real, I don't know, I just feel like it gives me legitimacy, right? Like, sure, I listen to, what's hot now, Dua Lipa, might come and go, or, Win might come and go, but Nas is forever. Same with AC/DC. Those are like two strong pillars of my foundation, Nas and AC/DC. Both, you could argue, the GOATs of their genre. And then, one more top song, it's Dance the Night Away, 92, Ja Morant, Hot Friend, and then rounding out the top 5, Mr. Brownstone. Just tossing that in there. Guns N' Roses, Mr. Brownstone. Oh yeah, that's probably one of my favorite Guns N' Roses songs. Just, I feel like it's one of the more difficult Guns N' Roses songs. Everyone listens to Paradise City or Welcome to the Jungle, but Mr. Brownstone, oh baby, a song about heroin. I used to do a little, but a little wasn't doing, so a little got more and more. Oh, dude, just like lyrically, it's like such a, you got to really have your tongue flowing on that song. Stuck it in the middle, and I come it in the middle, and I took me out of my mind. Guns N' Roses, 66,000 minutes listened to in my top genre, rock, which is interesting because when my top artists are Win, Dua Lipa, Post Malone, and Nas, and yet somehow rock is still the top genre, so thanks, Spotify. And then I've been doing the Spotify DJ rap or whatever, so it is really pumping all the top stuff from this year. Also last year, too. I've been doing that, too. So Spotify Wrapped, always fun. Still going strong on Win. I thought maybe I would have tired of it by now. I'd love to see her in concert. Actually had tickets. I was going to see her like a few months ago, I think, but couldn't get anybody to go with. There's one thing, like certain things you can do solo, right? I can go to the movies by myself all day or a day, and I do. And I do, dude. I go to the movies solo all the time. No prob. One thing I can't bring myself to do is go to a concert solo. Like maybe if it was like in a big field and you can kind of just blend in the crowd, no big deal, but this was like at an actual venue. It was like at a small, which actually makes it more disappointing. It was at like a small venue in LA, like a small, I can't remember, it was like a bar or whatever. It would have been an intimate show, which was probably dope AF, but unfortunately, I'm not gonna go to a small bar and be standing there by myself. Weirdo. But still disappointing that I didn't get to see her live. It would have been a nice feather in my cap to have her not only be my top artist, but to have seen her live because her songs be slapping. And from the clippity clips I've seen on like the gram or whatever, is that her shows seem to be pretty good. High energy, lots of crowd interaction. So talked about FOMO on that one. Talked about taking the L on that one. Never saw her live, but it's not like she'll never tour again, especially all the popularity. I mean, she's my top artist, and there's no way it's just me, right? H2O. But what else is new? Lots of movies. I had a Monday Mystery movie. I also saw Napoleon. What you guys want to talk about? You want to talk about the Monday Mystery or Napoleon? How about the Monday Mystery? Because when I tell you that I would have put some serious money down, dude, I was so confident that it was going to be Iron Claw. Dude, I was so confident that it was going to be Iron Claw. And there's only so many clues you get, man. You get the rating and you get the runtime, and that's basically it. And they don't even give you the exact runtime. They kind of flux it like within like 2 to 20 minutes. So it's like you get a little bit of a window to kind of work with. But going off of runtime and rating, which was like 2 hours in rated R, I look ahead and it's like, not too many rated R movies coming out soon-ish. Not too many that are around 2 hours, except Iron Claw. And it's like, Iron Claw kind of fits into that category. I mean, it's like an A24. Talk to Me was an A24. Got to see that. Iron Claw, it's about wrestling, true story. It's like a niche market, right? You're not going for all of America is going to be down for Iron Claw. I'm so excited, but I don't think the general public is like hyped on Iron Claw the same way I am. So it also fits in that category of like, all right, Monday Mystery only does the movies that like aren't gonna do that good by themselves, right? So it's like runtime, check, rating, check. Iron Claw gonna need some help? Check. Dude, Monday Mystery locked in. And then just sitting there, because I'm waiting for that A24. I know it's an A24. As soon as I see that A24, I'm like, yeah, I was right. So I'm just sitting there waiting, production company, production company, production company. I'm like, oh no, there is no A24. And then it's like, oh no, it's American Fiction. Which, it's not even that it was a bad movie. It's just that I was so primed for Iron Claw, dude. I was so not only sure, but hyped for Iron Claw, dude. I was like, I can't wait to see this movie, and I get to see it early. Yeah. So then when American Fiction starts, it's like, no, dude. I was so ready for some old school wrestling, and now it's like a really smart comedy, sort of, about like serious life stuff. And also like dealing with race and America and the modern times and literature. And like, it is a smart movie, dude. It is so smart that there are jokes and they don't even give you time to like marinate. There are jokes that are like highbrow humor that are like flying. They don't even give you a pause in the movie to like let the audience laugh. It's like, hey, either you got it or you didn't, and we're just blasting ahead anyway. But it was, pretty funny. It was okay. It was alright. Not bad. But I was just so ready for it to be Iron Claw, dude. I was hyped on it. But I think there's another Monday Mystery coming, so technically not too late. Might still get to see it early, but even if I don't see it early, I'm still gonna see it. I can't wait to see it. And then I was thinking about Godzilla too, because Godzilla is, I think it's in the 4DX, and it might be, I know I always say I don't like to see movies for the first time in 4DX because I feel like it's distracting, dude. You're trying to focus and take in a film while you're on a roller coaster. It's like kind of distracting. But Godzilla, you know what I mean? Like, how cool would it be to be in the theater and then just, oh, Godzilla. It just seems like a good movie to see it in. So I don't know. Maybe I'll check out Godzilla in that 4DX. But Napoleon. Anybody seen Napoleon except for me? Anybody gonna go see Napoleon again besides me, dude? I enjoyed that movie. But I don't know if it's, I'm not 100% sure if it's just me that's loving it or if it's like, because I feel like I haven't heard the best reviews. I hear people kind of, you know what I hear the most is that people are like kind of complaining that it's not accurate. People are saying like, whoa, Ridley Scott, this is not historically accurate at all. And then did you guys hear Ridley Scott's reply? His official response was like, oh, my bad. Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Oh, it's not accurate. Oh, dude, you were there, right? Oh, my bad. Were you there next to Napoleon? Oh, you weren't? Then shut up, nerd. It's like his official word for word comment. Maybe not the nerd part, but literally was like, oh, were you there? No? Then shut up and watch my movie. Oh, it's not perfectly historically accurate? Hey, shut up, nerd. I'm trying to make an entertaining movie here. I'm not trying to. This isn't made for the History Channel. Oh, did you notice that it's sponsored by. Did you notice that it's sponsored by the History Channel? Produced by History Channel. No? Oh, that's because it's a Hollywood movie, you nerd. Dude, Ridley Scott going hard on the historical people. And then I feel like, I'm no Napoleon expert, right? I don't have my degree in Napoleon. I don't have my master's in the French Revolution. You know what I mean? But I've also listened to like several hours of like Napoleon history. I know surface level Napoleon stuff. And from what I saw, was it like a shot for shot reenactment of his life? No, but like broad strokes, you know what I mean? Like you get the main stuff, right? Like there was that battle and he was rolling in that battle, dude, right? And there's like other stuff, like oh, dude, there is like, say whatever you want about the historical accuracy. Physical sets, dude? You want to talk about the physical touchable beauty of this film, dude? You want to talk about the no CGI, unbelievable visuals in this movie? Dude, the scene, I can't get it out of my head because I've seen the painting and it's crazy because they reference the guy who's like painting it. He's doing like a quick sketch of it so he can like fill in the deets later. But dude, it's one of the most, I'll throw it up there. Let's throw up the painting. It's one of the most gorgeous, amazing Renaissance paintings I've ever seen in my life. And then they recreate it beautifully on set, dude. You can tell, you can feel it, you can look at it and like almost touch it. It looks as gorgeous as that painting. And then I loved that they threw that part with that guy, like, he's just like looking at everything and like doing like a quick sketch, dude. Can you imagine? First of all, look at that painting, dude. Look at the detail on that painting. And can you imagine being like whoever the fucking Da Vinci or whoever it was that did it, and you gotta like, okay, I gotta capture this live, dude. I gotta capture this live as quick as I can and get the broad strokes and how he was standing and who's standing all around and what are they doing. Dude, you gotta have like 15 people on your crew that are just like memorizing with their eyes so they can tell you the details later, dude. Crazy to think about like doing, and then the finished product of that painting, all from just like standing there and like taking it all in and like, oh God, I hope I don't forget anything. Oh man. I was really happy that they threw that in. But Napoleon, dude, Napoleon, it's a good movie, dude. I will argue this all day, every day. Some of the battle scenes in that movie, my God, dude, the opening battle scene, dude, where Napoleon is basically like hyperventilating him. He's just like, let's do this, dude. I'm sitting in the theater like getting hyped up with my popcorn, like, dude, hyperventilating with Napoleon, dude, as he's like charging into battle. And you want to know the best part of that movie, dude? You want to talk about historical accuracy? You want to know one thing that they got 100% right about Napoleon? That boy loved his cannons, dude. Napoleon was all about that cannon fire, baby. And you want to tell me there's nothing that sounds more amazing in a IMAX theater than fucking with those cannons going off, dude. And they really emphasize the I'm talking shaking that IMAX theater, dude. Oh, it was good. And then I was like, dude, put it in the movie. And then they did. I'm like, yeah, I'm the only person that sees this. Yeah. Way at the beginning, dude. I loved it. Way at the beginning. You know what they used to do? First, okay, I know I'm jumping around a lot, but you know what's heavily featured in that movie? The guillotine. You know what's gnarly, dude? The guillotine, dude. Which is so crazy because it's like my entire, ever since I learned about the guillotine, it's crazy, right? It's intense. It's designed to be the perfect executing machine, right? It's so good. So many people were beheaded. My God, dude, Marie Antoinette. But you want to talk about doing an amazing job of really like, it was like the first time in my life where I was just like, oh my God, the final moments have to be unbelievable, dude. Because like, just, I don't know, the way that they lock her in. And it's just like the first time I've ever watched a guillotine scene that was just so intimate. Like, my God, dude. they tie you, put you down, and then like they lock you in with that wood. But there's like just enough room, right? Like it has to be kind of universal for all necks and heads. So there's gonna be like some gappage, especially with, I imagine Marie Antoinette was kind of on the petite side. So there's like just enough gap to where you can kind of move around, but not enough to ever like, avoid the blade. So it's like you gotta think in those final moments when you're just like, oh my God, no. It's like just the feeling of like wanting to get out, but like having enough room to move around and still not avoid. You know what I mean? It was just her whole scene of walking up. It was like the first time like I really had to like when I really had empathy for someone being beheaded. Like it was, I really put myself in the shoes of being like, oh, and then just the sound of that wood locking in, and then the sound of like them getting that rope tight, and then here we go. My God. But besides that, related to the guillotine, dude, it's like one of my favorite historical things because it's just so like, oh my God, that's dark and I love it. Dude, back in the day when that was going down, the amount of people that are getting beheaded is so astronomical that there is just a ocean of ex-wives, dude. Just overflowing amount of suddenly single ladies, dude. All the single ladies. Husbands chop their head offs. And now there's just this whole country of France full of all these newly single ladies, dude. And you know what they used to do to be like, hey, just putting it out there that I'm newly single because my husband got his head chopped off. They used to wear these it's like a little red string, like a little red thread that they would just like, fashionably wear across their neck to symbolize like, hey, you see this red line across my neck? That's kind of my way of saying like, hey, I'm single because my husband got beheaded. Hey, I'm just, throwing it out there that I'm back on the market because my husband was executed. And then they put it in the movie, dude. They're like in a party, and when I saw the girls walking around with their little red necktie or whatever, I was just like, yes, dude, historical darkness. Do you imagine, dude? It's so like fashionably cool to be like, oh yeah, my husband's executed, but I still need a husband. You know what I mean? I'm still single and in my prime. Like, how am I gonna let people know? Oh, I'll just tie this little thing around there, and it's a real conversation saver. Because you don't have to go with the awkwardness of like, yeah, my husband was like a revolutionary and you know what happened? And it's like, you avoid all that small talk and cut straight to like, hey, I'm single and I'm looking for a new husband, obviously. That's just one of my favorite historical, like a real moment in history. Like it was so much beheading that it becomes like a fashion statement. You know what I mean? Like that's so crazy to wrap your head around. Like the amount of executions influence not only like dating but like fashion at the time. Like my goodness. Oh, dude, and then speaking of like, I don't know, romance. Dude, you want to talk about the romantic portion of Napoleon? Talk about that. Okay, that's one part that's probably very misleading. I vividly remember the trailer. Dude, the teaser or the trailer for Napoleon was like, all these clip, flash, whoa, battle. And it's like, soldier, emperor, dictator, lover. And it's like, And they show like a quick moment of like Napoleon kissing. It's like, lover. Like a quick little moment, like, oh, such a famous lover, the French lover, Napoleon. In reality, or at least reenacted in the movie, you want to talk about a love scene, dude. You want to talk about just the... like, I can't even tell if it was meant to be funny or not, dude. I can't even tell. And it's like also... this is the direction we're going with, dude. And then it's not even like a passionate, like blurry transition or like, candlelight smooth transition. It is just a hard cut to Napoleon, just like the most rabid dog, dude, like an insane rabbit. And it's just funny that like in promoting, they're like, soldier, king, lover. But then it's just like, when you see it, it's just like, it's just so hard and fast and no pleasure for anyone other than the king, baby. Oh, hail to the king, Napoleon, the king of lovers. But it's good, dude. I want to see it again. I'm telling you, there are moments that are so visually beautiful of just like, dude. Costume, wardrobe, set design. Oh. And then I cannot wait because the one I saw, it's like 2:40, like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Allegedly, there's a 4-hour director's cut, which I'll bet you is a banger, dude. I'll bet you the 4-hour director cut is where it is at. Because it does feel kind of chopped. It does feel kind of like, I feel like there was more to this, but we kind of cut it early. I'm looking forward to that 4-hour director's cut. Ridley Scott, give it to me, dude. I've been on a real Ridley Scott tear lately. Robin Hood. I don't know why I love that Robin Hood, dude. Russell Crowe, Ridley Scott, Robin Hood. That is my jam, dude. And I will admit that it's like, I don't even know what it is that I love about it, but it's just like the aesthetic, just the feel, the grittiness of it. Like it just feels like one of my favorite interpretations of Robin Hood. Just that scene. Dude, they shoot it from like 16 different angles with like ultra high def slow-mo cams. There's like one shot at the very end when he does like his ultimate Robin Hood shoot. And they do like 17 angles on the fucking arrow and the bow. Just shit-you. And it's just like, I love it, dude. Watching every little bead of water fly off that arrow. It just... And then I went on a Prometheus binge as well. I was kind of doing a double of like Ridley Scott, and I wanted more Fassbender, so I got Prometheus and Covenant or whatever the second one is, just because I wanted more Fassbender robot, dude. I wanted more Android Fassbender. So good, and I don't think I appreciated it at the time, but I think it's because I watched The Killer with Fassbender or whatever. I just wanted more Fassbender. But pretty sure I did not appreciate how good his Android performance is. And then you get double Android. You get double Android Fassbender in the second one. It's good. But yeah, Napoleon. I'm trying to think if there's anything else about Napoleon I wanted to talk about. Not historically accurate. Shut up, nerd. Shut up and watch my movie, nerd. Monday Mystery. Other movies. What are the movies that are coming out? Godzilla, which I hear is good. I'm going to see it. Dude, Silent Night. I cannot wait for Silent Night. I'm putting a lot of hope on Silent Night, and can mark it right here. Silent Night is going to be my next attempt at bringing back the fuck did I just watch? Because Silent Night looks like the perfect the fuck movie, dude. Silent Night, 2 words, John Woo, baby. Dude, John Woo. Cannot wait. I don't even know what the last John Woo, he kind of slipped off the radar. He must have done too many really bad movies, but sometimes his bad movies are the greatest movies of all time. Face Off, dude? We talking Face Off? Dude, Broken Arrow. Face Off. Broken Arrow. I think he did the Van Damme one too. What's the Van Damme one where he's like in Louisiana? Hard Impact or something? Or Hard Target? I don't know, but when John Woo works, dude, it works on the highest level. Face Off, you know what I mean? Broken Arrow is so good too. It's like baby Face Off. It's like not quite good enough because it came out like a little bit before Face Off. Broken Arrow was like, oh, you're almost there, and then he's like, oh, let me lock it in with Nicolas Cage. Broken Arrow's like, what's missing? I mean, I got John Travolta, Christian Slater, this insane action movie. God, there's just something not here. Maybe we need more Nick Cage. Oh, there's the missing ingredients. Nicolas Cage taking it to the next level with Face Off. Silent Night, let's just up that lane of like terrible, terrible movie, but just in the best way, dude. I guess he's like, I don't know, some guy, like a cop or something. Sure, he's like a cop who witnesses his own son get murdered. And then they shoot him like right in the neck or something, that they blow away his neck. Which already there, saying it out loud is so crazy. They shoot him right in the neck. Blam! Does it kill him? No. But it takes out his vocal cords. So now it's all about that Silent Night. And it's also starring that one guy. What is his name, and why can't this guy catch a break, dude? Bear with me on this one. Hang on. Silent Night. There it is. Joel Kinnaman. Why can't Joel Kinnaman catch a break, dude? He's one of those guys that is like constantly making movies, but can't break through. The fact that I don't know his name is Joel Kinnaman, you know what I mean? I've seen him so much, don't know his name because he keeps doing these movies that like aren't quite good enough. RoboCop, dude. RoboCop, it was like so close to being good. It's got Gary Oldman in it. It's like a new take on RoboCop. You'd think it'd be good, but it wasn't, you know, and it's unfortunate. Suicide Squad, he's in both, 1 and 2. It's just unfortunate that 1 was so bad, and it kind of sucks that he gets killed off in 2. Talk about not being able to catch a break, dude. It's like, oh man, Suicide Squad 1. Boy, that was disappointing. Well, we'll bring you back for number 2, the one that's good, but we're going to kill you off. And it's like, dude, finally put me in a good movie and yet kill me off. There it is, dude. Altered Carbon. Altered Carbon. It's that Netflix show that went for like 3 seasons, but was never quite good, dude. It's also like an interesting idea. The same character, but he gets put into different bodies. Also, dude, Altered Carbon, this dude, Joel Kinnaman, is probably the record holder in Altered Carbon for being like the most shredded I've ever seen a human being get to, dude. I've never seen a dude so shredded that it's like, this doesn't even look real, dude. This doesn't even look like a human being anymore. It looks like he's evolved into some kind of just muscle species, some kind of weird humanoid alternative that's just pure muscle, like with added muscles that don't even exist in the human body. Which makes it even more baffling because it's like this dude, he's like a good actor, dude. Good actor who's willing to, dude, the amount of how terrible he must have felt to reach that level of insane. He had like a 47 pack, you know what I mean, dude? He had like a 50 pack. It was like unbelievable. And like the amount of like suffering and just overall terrible he must have felt to reach that level. And it just sucks that like, you know, that level of sacrifice and dedication and yet just can't break through, dude. All right, now we're going back. I guess he was. Oh, dude, we're going back far. These are just movies I've never even heard of. Bunch of stuff I've just never even heard of. Yeah, he's just one of those guys. It's just like been around. He's a good actor. The dude is shredded beyond belief, and yet just can't seem to be like top of the game. You know what I mean? I still don't know his name. Joel Kinnaman, I think. But Silent Night, maybe this will be the one that cements his career, teaming up with the legend that is John Woo. As long as there's doves, as long as you got some slow-mo doves, I'm in, John Woo. I'm in to the max. And I can't wait. I'm going to try to see it later on. And I just really, really hoping that it's just that perfect kind of like really bad movie that is just so good, dude. Over the top action, slow motion doves. I mean, I guess there won't be too many crazy one-liners because he's mute. So that'll be an interesting angle too. I guess it'll be like a very ocular performance, a lot of emotion from the eyes, a lot of that, or maybe he'll get a lot of lines out before they blow him. I can't wait for that scene. I can't wait for them to just be like, yeah. Do they press it right against his neck? Is it like a glancing shot? I'm so fascinated by this blast into the neck, and yet it's surviving totally fine. It should be fun. Other movies, Joyride. Dude, what is up with Joyride? I want that movie already, dude. I legit, like no joke, I legitimately check to see, like at least once a week, where is this movie, dude? Why can't I watch this movie yet? With no hesitation at all, I confidently say that Joyride was probably one of the funniest movies I've seen of this entire year, dude. The entire year, and it came out so long ago. It was like a summer movie, dude. I'm almost positive it was like a summer movie. It should be streaming. It should have been out a long time ago, and yet, where is it? Dude, it is so funny. And it was so shockingly funny. Maybe that's why I want to see it again so bad, because I want to reaffirm that it is what I remember it being, like a really, really funny movie. I remember being so shocked because it's like an all-female cast, dude. It is all ladies, which on paper is like, oh, this ain't gonna be funny, dude. This ain't gonna be funny. What is this, 2006 with Bridesmaids or whenever that movie? That was like the last big movie I can think of being like all ladies and like all funny. But Joyride really snuck up on me, and I remember like halfway through that movie being like, what is happening, dude? How is this movie so funny? And not only is it funny, it's like specifically funny to me, dude. It is like specifically my type of humor. Dude, they're making like Ninja Turtle sex jokes. Like they're making Ninja Turtle jokes like halfway through this movie, and I'm just like, wait, whoa. This is suspiciously like right up my lane. Whoa. And I remember being like really thrown off and being like, okay, so this is like super funny, which is surprising, but then also I'm getting very suspicious because it's like, I'm telling you, my type of humor, like it was right up my lane. And it wasn't until like the very, very end when I finally saw the credits and it's like Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg produced. And I'm like, boom, there it is, dude. There it is. No wonder all these jokes are just like nailing it for me, dude. No wonder all this humor is just like almost like curated specifically for me. It's like, why in this all-female movie, why am I like having such a good time? And it's like, oh, because it's a Rogen Goldberg mix, dude. No wonder. anytime those two pair up, it's dynamite, dude. Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, one of the dynamic duos of like, the producer world. Anytime you see their names on a project, especially like in a producer or like behind the scenes kind of a setting, it's gonna be good. But I don't understand like how much I enjoyed that movie and how much I can't ever see it, evidently. Like it's never gonna come out. Like it's been so long. Like I understand, Barbie's still not streaming because it's still making bank, dude. I think it's just barely like they finally were like, all right, okay, Jesus, we squeezed every little bit that we could out of the theaters. So I guess we'll stream it somewhere. Like they really wanted to get every little drop that they could before you stream it. And I don't blame them, dude. I don't blame them because that movie was so crazy successful. I wonder where that's going to stream first. Barbie, where's that streaming to? Who's got it? Is it going to be Netflix or is it going to be Amazon? Every once in a while, Amazon jumps in there like, hey, don't forget. You think we don't got money? You think Amazon don't got money? So you never know. Might jump on. Honestly, I feel like that's where it's probably going to jump is Amazon. I can't really see it jumping onto Netflix. But then again, who knows? Who knows where it'll finally end up? But it's been a while since I've seen it. I only saw it literally the one time in theater, but I've been dying to see it again just for that opening scene, dude. That 5 minutes into the movie when she has like her Barbie party or whatever, and it's just like, dude, the combination of music, set, and like choreography, everything coming together. I just remember being like, damn. Like the music's really good. I'm like, all right, this is a good song. And then like, oh my God, look at this set, dude. The set looks amazing. And then like, oh my God, look at this choreography, dude. Like it just been this tornado of like all these things coming together, being like, oh God damn, this movie. It was good, dude. I remember who would have ever imagined back when these movies were coming out, dude, who would have ever imagined that like Oppenheimer would be so overshadowed that when the dust finally settled, that like Barbie would be so much more successful, dude. Who would have seen it coming? And I feel like that's also, like a rare moment too when we had the big Barbenheimer, people dressing up to go to the movies. You don't get that very often. And it might be a while before we get something like that again. Who knows? Who knows? The shadow knows. How we doing on time? Not bad on this one. I think I'm running low on topics to talk about. You guys want to talk about Disneyland? You guys want to talk about going to the happiest place on earth? Wowie. It's always interesting. Anytime it's so rare that it happens because Disney don't play, dude. You try to go to Disneyland and like fuck around? No, dude. Disney locks it down. There was like, what was it? When Bansky? Dude, there was like an old thing with like when Bansky was on the scene. I think he was like trying to do a little stunt at Disneyland where it's like you had like an inflatable Guantanamo Bay prisoner or something like that. Dude, they had it set up for like a half a second and like Disney shut it down, dude. They stopped the ride. People like ran out of nowhere to like shut it down. They found all the dudes that were filming. Dude, like Disney, it's crazy that they had like a whole undercover like people just like walking around. Like it's like a whole network of like crazy Disney security. So like when it goes down, they gotta like they just like spring onto whatever the situation is. But talk about unbelievable. Do you guys see that footage of that dude just stripping down in the small world? Dude, just hanging down on a small world. Dude, it's like, we've all been curious, right? We've all been curious when you're on it's not just a small world, but, we've all wanted to see, like, hey, what's really behind that door over there? Like, hey, what's back behind those buildings? I actually wouldn't mind. They should offer that. They should do like a special behind-the-scenes Disney tour where it's like you pay a shitload of money, but you get to see like the cool walk behind let's walk through Indiana Jones and let's walk through Pirates of the Caribbean and we'll look at all the behind the scenes, how the animatronics work. That would be amazing to see all the behind the scenes stuff. Who hasn't ever dreamed of like when you're on a small world and being like, oh, I wonder what's really behind that temple over there? Like, what do they got behind? How do all these gears work and stuff? Like, what's all the behind the scenes? But you don't actually get off the boat, you know what I mean? This dude is just like, and then it's like, dude, instantaneously like, oh, he's on another planet right now. Oh, he's in his own mind. He's somewhere else, dude, because he's just like, and then like looking around at everything, just like, oh, and like the dolls flying by, oh. And they're just like, please stop, please don't move, you're gonna get hurt. Which on the other hand, it's like, yeah, dude, like the amount of like gears and joints and stuff that's like spinning and moving behind the scenes. Who knows, dude? Would take one wrong step and like step into like a gear or like some crazy thing that like just chops or crunches. So it's like, yeah, incredibly dangerous and kind of scary. You don't want to watch this dude get mangled. And then also don't want to see this dude's dawn flopping around. Talk about the ultimate, dude. Dude, you're going to get banned from Disneyland for the rest of your life. I imagine some kind of jail time or fee or some kind of, definitely some kind of legal trouble. And then I'm pretty sure you're also going to be a sex offender now, right? Like you're completely naked around hundreds of children. Like there's no way you're not going to be on a list now. And then, dude, the way that they carry him out, fucking hog-tied, hands to legs, and then just lifted him up as if he's naked too, just hog-tied, nude, lifted and dragged out of Disneyland. What a sight to see that must have been. And you know you're going to be on some kind of list, dude. Not just the Disney Do Not Enter list, but like the legitimate like sex offender list now, dude. Like now people think you're like a chomo, bro, because you're stripping down at Disneyland. What is going on? I want to know what he was on, dude. What did you take? What was your experience like on the small world, dude? We're just, they were all coming alive, man. They kept telling me to strip down. But yeah, it's a small, small world. But thank you so much for tuning in. We could probably rippity wrap it and tap it there. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, let's go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, as it's much appreciated. And if you made it all the way to the end here, just know that you're very special to me. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for waiting it out and watching the whole time. I do appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. I am your host, as always, Tom McLemore. We'll see you next time on the pod.